In this video, we're going to go through the results and airflow worksheets. So, the results is where you're going to see a summary of all of the inputs to the software as well as the results, the calculated heat loss and heat gain values. The airflow worksheet is where you can input some very basic equipment information, temperature rise or temperature change, capacity, and selected airflow, and then it'll calculate the airflow into each of the rooms. This can be helpful for duct sizing. In the results worksheet, there's a few things to go over here. First of all, you're going to see, in general, page 1 and 2, information about the calculator and the certification, right? This new TECA calculator has been audited by the HVAC Designers of Canada and granted compliance with the CSA F280. Page 1 and 2 are the information of the user and information of the building, general information like weather and address. There's also some places here where you can enter in just notes to whoever's going to be looking at this report. You can enter notes about attached documents, assumptions, and just other general notes. Then there's a big list of all of the building elements that were defined. Now you're going to see there's a lot of blank spaces here because we only defined 2 walls, for example. We didn't even define any ceilings. So yeah, there's a list of everything like that. There is a way to clean all this up, and I'll show you how to do that. And then we have 3 tables here for the load calculations. So table number 1, heat loss and heat gain summary. So this is for room by room, so you can have up to 40 rooms. Right, so this is 40 rooms right here. They're all, we haven't really defined anything yet though, right? It tells you the floor level, the area, the total heat loss, as well as the sensible and total heat gain, and then the totals on the bottom. There's also another table which is the component breakdown. So it's the room by room heat loss are these rows here, and then the columns are walls, ceilings, floors, etc. And then you've got heat gain for the same, for all the different rooms, and then for the components. The last page is CSA requirements for sizing mechanical systems based on these calculations. And this is just informational, but you, the user, should definitely understand these things if you're going to be sizing equipment. So, first of all, on the first page, there are 2 places where you can put an image. Now we've added a button here. Basically, if I try to paste an image as it is right now, here I'm just going to go to the snipping tool, and yeah, here I'm just going to grab a photo of some generic company logo. Okay, so I'm going to snip the photo. Can't paste it right now, and that's just because this worksheet is locked. We don't let you edit things on this worksheet because it's the results page, and yeah, it's just good to protect it so that these formulas can't get messed up. So what you do is just click on this button right here, allow images to be edited. Now I can take a snip. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to use my logo here. And I can put that logo in this box here. Maybe I can, crop it or stretch it if I want to. Okay, so there's that. Now I can include a photo of the house. So this is just really messy stuff. I'm just showing you generic images here, basically. So I just grabbed a photo of a house online, and I can put that right here. Once you're done, it's important to just re-click this button so that you don't accidentally drag anything around. Okay, next. There is another diagnostics tool here in this software, similar to the last one. Basically, if you're looking at your loads down here, and you're seeing errors like this, you can go run the diagnostics. Now we're seeing errors everywhere because we didn't make any inputs really. But if I click this, so we got a ton of errors here, right? I can go address these errors one at a time. When you do your loads and you find errors, yeah, you're going to see a description here that points you to somewhere, either in the building information or the room dimensions. Correct that, come back, run the diagnostics again, and deal with the next one. This tool will find most of the errors that you might make. Okay, and then the last thing is all this. Remember all these spaces we have here for elements that we didn't define. You can clean that up just by pressing this button here, Optimize Results Pages for Print. Just takes a few seconds. And then, yeah, you can see when we get there now, it's hidden everything that we're not using. We didn't even define any ceilings or floors, for example, but yeah, everything that we did define is showing. It also cleans up the rooms so that you're not seeing all those. Remember we had like 40 blank rooms basically. It hides all the rooms that aren't active. So in this one, we've only just begun doing inputs for one room, so that's all you can see. So yeah, anyway, just that is how you can clean up this report for print. The airflow worksheet, this is how you use these loads that you've calculated for the building, and you can find a minimum airflow amount required to go to different rooms. And this can be used to then size the ductwork. Now, certainly not this video, and definitely not the software. This is not training on forced air systems or equipment sizing or duct sizing or anything like that. You should have training if you're doing those things. You can take the TECA Principles of Moving Air course, POMA, or you can take the Forced Air course, or other training is out there. But yeah, this is just telling you what you can use here for these inputs. You basically just put the temperature rise, the output capacity of your selected equipment right here, and then it'll tell you the optimal airflow that you need, or minimum airflow that you need. And then what you should do is you should use the fan performance charts from the equipment that you're selecting to input the actual airflow of the equipment. Do those 3 inputs for heating and then do them again for cooling, and then what's going to happen is once you get loads here, it's going to tell you the heat loss of the room like you calculated, and you can see back over here, as well as the airflow based on the heat loss. It's going to tell you the sensible heat gain as well as the airflow, and then it's going to tell you the required airflow, which is just going to be the minimum of these 2. So that is the results and airflow pages.